Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Somerset Hills. My mouse is doing its little trick again. Here we are once again in City of the Future in Global Ventures. We got Midtown Madness just about to enter the Cobra Roll. This is still my favourite view of the park. If you go back to where I was a few episodes ago at Central Plaza and have a look over towards City of the Future, just this building here and the Cobra Roll of Midtown Madness, it looks fantastic. Midtown Madness is sporting some newly repainted trains as well. If I just zoom into this one, it's no longer red, yellow and blue. It's now just blue and black, I think, the two colours I chose. You can see it's shifting along quite nicely. Right, I'm here to give you an update of our new ride. And I'm going to come over this way to about there, so as not to spoil anything. Because I want this to be a big reveal, exciting, you know, wow, this is what he's done kind of thing. But before anyone gets excited, I'm going to throw a couple of disclaimers out there. I have only finished the basement level. And that includes loading and unloading, the final scene with the hero, the villain being defeated scene, and the hero thwarting the villain scene. And then there's another little scene that links up the ground floor to the basement level, and the beginnings of the lift hill as well I've also done. So, who's ready to see what I have done? Because we go live in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but believe me, inside this looks fantastic. Don't worry about that generator thing there, because that gets covered up when the overall show building is built. And hopefully this gets covered up as well, although it doesn't matter too much if that pokes out the side. Right, so you can see here from brightly coloured walls and not so brightly coloured walls that we have lots of different scenes set up to depict different things. What I'm going to do is restart testing of the ride, and we're going to select car 1, and we're going to do a lap of the track, because I've also changed a little bit how the ride pitches and moves throughout different scenes. So I'll show you that as well, and I'm also going to explain with you what I've done. So we've got here the loading platform. You can see it's nicely brightly lit. It's meant to be advertising the factory as at its absolute best. The cars then leave the bay. See, we started climbing up the lift hill, and in a minute we're going to spin around. There we go. And this is where we're going to meet our hero. He's going to be stood on that little platform there, and as the car goes up, you'll tilt down a little bit so that you can still see him. He'll do some kind of welcome spiel about here's the tour, you know, that kind of thing. And then you'll spin back the right way, like we've just done there. You'll crest the top of the lift hill, you'll drop down into the first scene of the ride, which is going to be just a generic welcome to the factory again, here's the first room, this is where we take all of our visitors, that kind of thing. And you can see we're just got the little tilt thing going on still, because the hero's meant to be the cute character in the shows, so we've got the little tilt thing. There's the trying to squeeze through a tight gap moment. We then enter the second room, or the second scene, and this is going to be a scene that's viewed from both sides. So that track opposite us, you'll be able to see cars over on that side, if there are any cars over on that side. There aren't at the moment, but there will be in a second once we reach the other side, looking back to where we've just come from. So this will all be one big open scene, and there'll be a few little display items in the middle of the room. And then just before we get to this little drop here, the car will suddenly spin to the right, and you'll see the villain standing there, and the hero will be like, oh no, it's such and such. And, you know, he'll say something as well, like, ha ha ha, I'm going to get you, that kind of thing. But again, I haven't really fully established what's going to go on. There's the drop. We rise back up again, and this is the reject room, the rejected ideas room. And you can see there's a little bit of smoke coming from down below. That will be incorporated into both this room here and the room below. Smoke coming through the floor is not such a bad thing. So you'll see where the smoke is coming from at the end of the ride. Spoiler alert. For now it's kind of, especially in this room, because it won't be as prominent, you won't be able to see it as much, so it'll sort of be just the rejected ideas, a couple of items that have just since broken, that sort of thing. There's the big drop of the ride. Takes you into the next scene, which I can't remember what this scene was now. I think it was the hero tries to continue the tour, thinking that the villain has gone, but it turns out the villain has not gone. he's standing... In fact, he's not standing here at all. I know what that room can be. I know what that room can be. I've figured it out. There's the other little drop on the up and down. We go into this curve now, which has a new brake section, just to slow you down a little bit more. And then dead ahead is going to be the villain again. And he's going to start shooting at you. Or doing some kind of thing. The hero then decides the quickest way to escape is through the factory's trash system. So that's what this is. I've got a little bit of banking going on here as well, because this is probably the longest speed run of the ride. So that's nicely done. Those doors that have just opened, I will put some kind of skin on them soon. Once I find some, and also work out how to do that. You can see they look a bit ugly at the moment. Now this room. This is the hero realising how the villain can be defeated, and it's all to do with that blue generator thing there. Basically, he sabotages it. That's the first end, the control end, and this end is the receiving end. As you can see, it's on fire. Oh no! And that's where the smoke is coming from. And we skip through this room quite quickly because there's going to be an explosion. We duck down under the door there, and just as we enter this room, there'll be a little speaker somewhere in this room that just plays an explosion noise on repeat. So it sounds as though the room behind us has just blown up. And then here's the final room of the ride, where we see the hero again, and he thanks us for our help, and you know, wishes us good luck and enjoy the rest of our day, blah blah blah. We're currently sat here waiting, although hopefully we won't have to if we do another lap, which we're not going to do now. There you go, quick spin round, and we're in the unloading bay. Now I did notice something in this room here. That we almost collided with the archway there. See, from here it looks as though you duck underneath it with room to spare. However, it seems as though we didn't quite duck underneath it in time, so we're going to do that. So now if I play it, the ride vehicle should duck down through the archway and then climb up again once it gets to the other side. And there'll be a thing like, gotta get out of here quick, whoops, mind your head, and it will suddenly drop you down. And it's little subtle movements like this. You think, oh, it's not too bad. It's like, almost like a kiddie's ride kind of thing. But I imagine if you're actually on the ride for real, you'll experience a sudden drop, like a weightless feeling, as you know, the car suddenly pitches forward. Now here's the ugliness of the ride, because we've got this huge gaping space that we need to fill. And you can see as well, I've incorporated the ceiling of the ride below. So this room. Ceiling there is the same as, whoops, got the zoom wrong, as the floor here, and it's actually the same for the next room as well. They share a floor slash ceiling, so the floor here, sorry, the ceiling here will probably end up sharing, well, maybe not too much, because there's not really much track on the first floor over here. Tends to be the first floor is yeah, sorry. The first floor is over here, whereas the second floor is directly above it. Yeah. I thought I'd got something wrong for a second there. Right. This area here, by the way, with the queue line and stuff, that's going to be completed afterwards, because this is the main show building of the ride, up to here, I think. Or is it? No, it's here, sorry. Where this building is here. This is where the actual ride track runs. So this is all the show building, and then this little queue building will be done separately. And obviously there'll be connectors linking it to the main. So I'm thinking this bit could be made out of glass, something like that, and then we'll have a solid wall run across there, and have this as like a bridge connection between them. Something like that. We'll see a little bit later on when it actually comes to building that kind of bit of building. For now though, I'd like to carry on with what we've got here. I'm going to do a couple of quick pieces here, and then we'll call this an episode, because it's just mainly a quick update video. Right, so we've got to put our little friend in, our little hero, and he stands there like that. You can see he's doing his little bow trick again. This is just a quick meet the riders kind of scene. It's nothing too complicated. At this point, is it that one? Yeah, that one can bend. In fact, tell you what, we'll keep that one where it was, and we'll move this one wrong way. Oh god. That one up, that one up. with that one down like that. And then we'll do the same thing here. So you should still have a good view of him as you climb up, although we'll increase that one. Let's have a quick look and see what that looks like, just so you can still see the hero as you go all the way up the lift hill. He's going to be standing there talking to you guys about what the tour's going to be and things like that. I plan on having like health and safety briefings and all that on TV monitors in the queue line, so if I ever make a proper video of this ride, then I'll worry about that. But for now, I'm quite happy with just focusing on the track itself and the scenery directly related to it. So you see, we flip over. There he is, our hero. And he does his introductory, tells us who he is and what he's all about, kind of thing. We keep climbing up the lift hill like that. And then suddenly he'll mention something about, oh, got to face you the right way again. And then we'll flip over and be ready for the tour. So yes, that's the basement floor done. What we're now going to do is work on the ground floor, which is basically just this bit here. See this little bit of track here, just before we get to the trash exit. Although I will build some more on here very quickly. I'm trying to remember what walls I used. Was it these ones? Yes, it was. Good, good. I tried to remember what ones I use, but sometimes it's not always easy to memorize these things. Right, 1, 2. I've got that wrong already, haven't I? Yes, I have. Spin that around. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put a 5th one on here and here. Cap this bit off like so. And we'll put an extra one on here and here. Although I think we need to put an extra one again on these two, like so. There we go. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually they do look different. I might have got the wrong ones. They look the same there. But here, don't know, these ones look darker, and yet they look identical there. So maybe I used a different type for that inside bit, in which case I'll replace them, because it'll irritate the hell out of me if they don't match. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now we take this down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you might as well just keep making it 6. So there's 2 head chopper effects on this drop alone. There's the first one here, where you drop underneath the villain, standing on the platform just above your head. There, that's where you'll be standing. And then there's a second one here, where you enter the actual trash system. I'm trying to think of the word for it. It's like evacuation, ejection? I don't even know if that's a word. Waste system, waste management system, something along those lines. I have no idea what it's going to be called. Right. So that's that bit done, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Nicely done. And I'm just going to cap off. Is it there? No, one before. There. That one like so. Now we're going to scroll down. Actually, tell you what, I'm going to make it... Whoops. Oh, I had it the right way around the first time. There. Get rid of that one, and then we'll have the 2 head choppers. Otherwise we're going to end up with 3, and that's too many, I think, for one drop. Or one section of drops. We're going to have one like that, and then the final one like that. And that takes you into the trash room. As for this bit here, I suppose we'll worry about that bit when we actually come to building the walls. That sounds like a better plan. What we need to do now is put the villain in. Here he is. Still haven't thought of a name for him either. But he's going to stand there. And he's going to be ready to shoot you with his big gun. So you better watch out. I'm going to get rid of that wall there so it looks less segregated. I probably should have put some flooring there as well. So if we watch this section here, you can see just how close you actually get as the head chopper effect, and then going under there as well. You see how close you get. I've got to put the floor in both sides. Let me try this again. See if I can get it right this time, shall we? I need the rain to go away first of all, so I can actually see what colour this needs to be. It's not that one. I think it's that one. Nope. That one. There we go. Right. Is that the same in there? It looks like it is. Bravo. Like that. Whoops. Like that, and like that. There we go. That looks good. And then we'll do the same along the floor in there. With regards to supports, a lot of these supports we'll be getting rid of because obviously the track's resting on the floor. Like here, for example, the track's resting on the floor, so we don't actually need a support. Once we get to a drop section like this, I'll put some steelworks, I think, in, if I can get the camera in the right place, in this gap here. We only need one, really. And then maybe one at the bottom of the drop there, and then one there. And then again, the rest of it's running on the floor, so that's fine. Right, go back into this list. So we've got our villain standing here. Now this room is going to be the attack drone room. What I mean by that is there's going to be attack drones, like this little fella. And this little fella. And they're going to be lined up in such a way that they look like they're trying to get the riders. Like that. And then we'll have these ones at the back looking really menacing. Like so. So what's going to happen now is you go down the drop facing forward. When you get to the bottom of the drop, you're going to start turning. And then you're going to go around this whole section here with the camera pointed at the drones. I can fit another one there, can't I? Yes, I can. Let's put the big 2 guys in first, and then we'll put the little guys in like that. And this is going to simulate, like I said, attack drones trying to get you. And you're going to get very, very close to the drones at this point also. And at the last second you're going to veer facing straight forward again. And you're going to see the villain standing there waiting for you. And then you're going to drop just beneath him. And then you're going to carry on with the riders as I've already showed you guys. So, we've got the drones put in. And what kind of one? Actually, I'm not going to have anything here. I'm not going to have anything there. That's going to be... whoops, wrong one. I don't know what that's going to be. It's going to be something different. I'm going to have to scroll all the way down to one of these ones, I think. I want something like rusty metal. What does this look like? Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's put this in. So this is going to run the whole length of this wall, starting not there. Tell you what, we don't actually need... Where does this go from? Yeah, it does go from there. So it goes like that. There we go. That's much better. And then one there, one there. Hang on. Like that, and then like that. There we go. This is the attack droid room. Oh, actually, there's one that's 8 high. Or is that the one I've just chosen? No, that looks much better. Get rid of these bits. So one there, and then one there, and one there, and one there. Like that. That looks awesomely good. And then I might just get rid of... In fact, I don't even think I need to. So I can put that bit there, and then that one there, and then that one in the middle. And then the floor just above... Yeah, the floor just above is going to be... Well, whatever the floor above is going to have in it, basically. Nothing definitely planned yet. I mean, I've got ideas written down. In fact, I think that's one of the rooms where I have got an idea. Oh yeah, that's the reject room. Of course it is. Doy. I'm having some real idiot moments today. I don't know why. I have not a clue why. Right, so this is the villain room. Just about to be completed. Put the walls in like so. Have him standing there like that with his gun, waiting to shoot. Put that little bit in like that, and then that bit like that, and then that bit like that. There we go. So this is going to be quite a low ceiling section of the ride. Because it comes just from this high bit here, and then suddenly the ceiling level is going to drop. So we're going to put another wall piece in there like that. And then you're going to turn around and there'll be loads of drones waiting for you, and then suddenly you hit the brakes. Now, we've got these ugly gaps here, so we're going to have to fill them in. Somewhere on this list, there's columns. I think they're right up near the top again, aren't they? There's a lot of items in this scenery pack. It's absolutely fantastic. The one problem I have with it, though, is trying to find everything. Right, that's what I wanted. Set it at the right height. Stick it in like that. And it's just these outside ones, isn't it? So one there, one there, and one there. And you can see you just about avoid that section of track. That's going to be covered up separately. You just about avoid that section of track, which again, covered separately. And there's just enough room for both the ride vehicle and the villain to operate through. And actually, if I get one... How far down was this bit again? Right down near the bottom, wasn't it? It was... here. So one last little piece I want to put in is there like that. So then this room becomes separate to the previous room, but part of the same scene, if that makes sense. So it's like, you think you've gotten out of the attack droid room, and then suddenly the villain's standing in front of you again, waiting for you. I'm not going to bother with one of these doors, I don't think. I don't think they're actually necessary. Yeah, it takes up too much room. Plus, you look at the track, you'll just run straight through it. Okay, so I want to put these crates in. Just to dress this room up a little bit more. Like that. Does that work? Or does he cover him up a little bit? I think it actually covers him up a little bit, so we'll move it along a couple. There, there, and there. Like that. And then we'll move it up one. Like so. Cool. And then I've got some laser fences, which I want to put in. If it will let me. Which I don't think it will. That's annoying. I wanted to have some laser fences running along the side there. But as you can see, it doesn't want to play ball. So we'll worry about that some other time. Okay, so this is the Battle Android room. Let's get the cars facing the right direction as they come through. So we're going to have this one as copy from next. This one is going to be copy from next, however it's going to have this turned by 90 degrees. And then this one's going to be copy from next. Copy from next. There you go, copy from next. Copy from next. Copy from next. And then this one is going to be copy from next, but have this set back to 0 again. That should be right. We'll just test that again quickly because the car went past before I had the chance to see. So I feel like I need some mist effects or something going on here. I don't have any space under the floor to put them in though. And I haven't really got any space to lift them up, so it might not happen. We got smoke coming through, I suppose. We could do with some more smoke effects, so I might put some more fire in downstairs. Just to get that going. Right, here it comes. Car comes down. Like so, round the corner, up and over that hill. Into this room, spins round like that, so starts to slow down, spins forward again. Now that one, I'm going to have that as copy from next, and I guess I can have that as copy from previous. Let's have one last look at it. So I think it swings in okay, it's just swinging out again, and I'd like to, I think I did the same thing downstairs, didn't I? I'd like that to incorporate, like the swinging of the arm counteracts the corner in which you're turning, so you actually end up pretty much facing the same direction, even though the car itself is travelling in a different direction. If that makes sense, which it probably doesn't, because a lot of what I say at the moment doesn't make sense. But there you go, what can you do? Right. The car is coming any second now. That one's just cleared the block in front, so it should be dropping down. There it is. Up and over like that, into this room, swing round, like so, and then swing. Oh, that looks much better. And I can't really do that here because it's the opposite of this way. So I'm just going to have to leave it as is. But that looks really good, I'm happy with that. Couple of things I am going to put in though. Get rid of that, open that. Particles, mist. And these are going to go, hopefully. Well, I wanted to put them. Does that work? No, it's floating. Although they do disappear when if you close that window, they do disappear. So I will do that. To get some mist going, it hides the villain. Where is it? There. There's 1, 2 over. I think that's in the right place. I'll assume that it is. Yeah, it looks like it's in the right place. So we've got some mist effects going there. Now smoke. If I show you this quickly, smoke effects, they create a lot of smoke. Like that. And it actually ends up pretty much coming out the roof of the building. So do I put smoke into this room? If I do, it'll be right at the back. Like under this guy kind of thing. Have some smoke vents operating, or I can go downstairs into this room again and just put a couple more fire effects in, so like one there for example, And perhaps one here. And again, the heat. Like, this room needed filling out because we haven't got much in the way of scenery in this room. Because the idea was the cars move through it so quickly that you can't actually see what's going on in here. So you can just about see the villain behind all the fire. That looks pretty cool. And then if you come up here, we got some more smoke effects. Now, I was going to show you this at night, but if I go into nighttime mode, you see it's very, very laggy. Very laggy. And this room especially, this is the room that is causing the lag. You can see just how laggy it is. So I was going to have some nighttime rides in this park as well, but I think just for the benefit of keeping the park moving, quite literally, we're going to keep it like this. Right. I wanted to include a scene in this ride where you go upside down. You know, I don't necessarily have to, because if you want a roller coaster with inversions, you've got Midtown Madness right next door. So it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way at all, actually. I might just scrap that plan completely. We've got the bit where you turn sideways. That's quite intense. This is going to be the kiddies ride in this part, so we don't want it to be too intense. Oops. Make that 0 again. And then have that as 0, or whatever it was, and that as the same. Like that. That's what I'm going to do for now, and then when I move up to the next floor, I'll start worrying about that again. Okay. We have one last little bit of wall to worry about in this episode, and then we're going to roof this section off, and that'll be another floor completed. And then there'll be 2 down, 2 to go. Which, you know, that's good. I like that. I've gone past it. Oh no, I haven't. There we have. There it is. Right. So we go down to wherever it was, right down near the bottom. There. Choose that. Select the height. Build it in like that, and then build this one in like that. Now, because it raises up there, there's a chance you could bump your head as you come through. So, well, I say there's a chance. You will definitely bump your head as you come through if you ride it as it is. So we'll put... I'll put that in the wrong place for now, but I'll use it as a height guide. There we go. We can get rid of that. Put these ones in. So we'll put one there as well. And there, 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 and there. Should go up and down. A couple of head choppers again. And then you're done with that little section. One last thing I'm going to do. I was going to put some different types of wall in here, but I think this will actually work out pretty well, in which case I'll get rid of that bit. And we'll put this bit of wall in like that, like that. That bit like that. And then, does the track go? That's annoying. In that case, how far back before the track actually goes over this? It's not within these boundaries, is it? No, it's not. Well, that's annoying. The only compensation I can make then is to make that a little bit bigger. Pull this over. Like that. And then I think the track just about avoids it. It does. We've got that as an option. And then we can put that in. And then have that go like that. See, I could put that bit in like that. It just looks weird. I'm not sure if I like that. I might just scrap that bit, and I'll also take out that bit. And I'm going to take out those bits as well, because that looks awful! And I suppose now if I put this bit in, that's going to interfere with that. Yes, it is. Well, in that case, I will get rid of these bits. and I'll pop this bit back where it was and issue a formal apology. That's nowhere near where it should be, because I judged that piece of wall. I took it out without really checking first. There we go. Looks better again. Okay, time to ceiling this off. So we'll go up to the ceilings again. And again, something dark. This is a dark section of the ride. That one's been used as the floor, ground floor. What colour's this? That's good. I like that one. We'll use that one. We'll do this bit first. So we'll lift that up all the way like that, and then we'll use that as a height guide and do all along this bit. Like so, and then we'll come into this section. There. I think that's right, looks right. And same again, use that as a height guide. This is where the story becomes a bit loose on this little android room. It's mainly just a filler room, because it was just going to be you see the villain a bit more and he laughs at you a bit more, but then I decided it'd be cool to have the villain just before the double drop, which is why he is there just before the double drop. So then we needed something to go in this room, and it's quite a big room, as you can see. So I had the idea of, how about the villain's plan involves hacking, because we'll say this factory makes lots of different pieces of technology, some of which are helper robots, which are what those orange and yellow things actually are. What the villain does is he hacks into them and makes them evil, which is why they're trying to march towards you. It's also why their eyes are red. And then that blue thing in the ground floor, sorry, basement floor, that you see both the hero hacking into and then you see it on fire at the end of the ride, that's the control point for these robots. So the whole solution to the plot is just blow up the control point. Of course the villain gets caught in the explosion, and that's how the day is saved. Right, got 6 more pieces of roof to put in. And there we are, we're done. So that's that room now finished. I've now got to find something that I can put in here without causing too much of an inconvenience to the rest of the ride. I've got this science glass stuff. How does this look? And it's got biological, or what looks like biological warfare symbols on it. So we'll try putting that in. Let's get the right height. There. I might have it up like that. And we got all these different ones we can use. So let's get rid of that. Put that one in there. And then we'll put this one in the middle. And then we'll have this one on the outside of it, like that. And then we can have this go across like that. And then we'll have that one go like that. And then, if I can get this right, hang on, that's not what I wanted at all. Just noticed a little stalk bit at the end of it. Like that, there we go. Although, you can now see through it. And I don't really want to bother putting stuff in behind it, so... Oh, we came so close to a solution there. Right, need more types of wall. We got, like, metallic-y kind of walls at the bottom, which I've used at the very end of the ride. But, I mean, we've got stuff like this, which I don't think I've used yet. So that'll be a cool addition. And I can use that as a height guide. I mean, that looks alright, doesn't it? Just as an interlude area. Doesn't have to be anything special. These last couple of floors are going to be really, really difficult to put walls in, because you can see already how it's been designed with these curved drops, which, I mean, they're hard enough to build around anyway. Now you got to try and do it like this, and you can see it's just a huge challenge. I can run them along underneath like that, and like that, and like that, and then I can have a piece How close is that bit? Okay, so I can give it a little bit more. Damn it! There. Give it a bit more space like that. And then on this side, I can do something similar, but mirrored almost. That one needs one more space. Like this. Excuse me. I've got stuff stuck in my throat today as well. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Right. I was meaning to end this episode a little while ago, actually. Here I am still. And it's really, really hot today. I'm sweating like you wouldn't believe whilst I'm filming this, which you probably don't want to know, in fairness, so sorry about that. Right. Now I can move that like that, and have that like that. I think that looks pretty good. Track doesn't get in the way of any of this, which is good to see. And yeah, that worked out pretty well. Okay. Time to put the top bit on, and I've done it again. Like that. There we go. We'll just quickly pop all this bit on, and then we'll call this an episode, guys, because I've realised that this episode's probably gone on for long enough now. Far too long. I was meaning to make these episodes shorter, but I've become so engrossed in building this ride. They've just got longer and longer and longer. That's not right. Try that again. There we go. And I do... Okay, I see where I've gone wrong. Are those ones in line? They are. Are these ones in line? They're not. So I'll stick those two in like that, and then 1, 2, 3, like that. There we go. And then at some point, probably once this episode's finished, I'll put the floor in there, the ceiling in there, and things like that as well. Okay guys, that's another floor done, and it's taken me nearly 45 minutes to show you guys what I've done so far, and put the floor in, and this section here. So that took a lot longer than I thought it would, and we've still got all of this area to go, and the show building on the outside, and we've got to develop the restaurant area in here as well. And I think that's the first time I've mentioned that actually, so I'll probably put a spoiler alert in there, so might have something flashing up on the screen just letting you know there, spoiler alert. But yeah, time to end this episode, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.